Hi there, everybody. I'm meteorologist Greg D with a look ahead into our summer months. The folks at Climate Central looking at the temperature trends across the country. And there's no surprise. Temperatures are warming, but things are not all the same across the whole country. Things are not warming equally. In fact, they report county by county across the United States colors the counties that are experiencing the quickest amount of warming in the darker orange, the ones that are warming the slowest in the lighter colors. And notice the central parts of the United States not really warming all that quickly. It's the edges, the East Coast down to Florida, and especially the southwestern and western United States. They've experienced big temperature increases over the last several decades in the summer by as much as 4 or 5 or more degrees. Here's how it all compares. The United States, on average, since 1970, has warmed about 2.8 degrees. Florida is matching that number, but in Florida itself, Tampa is well ahead of most other counties and towns. In fact, our temperatures have increased 3.8 degrees during the summertime months, and the majority of that has happened not during the day. In fact, when you look at the trend here for the Tampa area since 1970, our temperatures have steadily been increasing. It's not an even up all the way. There are some years that are a little cooler, some that are warmer, but overall, the trend has been to push Tampa warmer. In fact, we see 47 more days during the summer season now that are above normal compared to where we were in 1970. That is almost 6 weeks of above average temperatures for most folks around the Bay Area during the summer months. That is a huge, huge change and a noticeable difference. Now, the majority of that has actually come at night. Although Tampa's afternoon temperatures have only warmed by about 2.5 to 3 degrees since 1970, our overnight temperatures, going back to 1970, are now 10 degrees warmer. That is a huge difference. In fact, over the last several years, Tampa and the Tampa Metro, the only one in the United States who has not set a record low. And it's actually having an impact on things like plants in our growing season. Back in the 1970s, most of the Bay Area was in zone 9B. Now, because of our increasing temperatures, specifically at night and fewer nights below freezing or even at frost levels, we have jumped to zone 10A. And with the climate warming the way it is, forecasters think that in the 2030s or 40s, we may jump another zone to 10B, meaning plants that used to only grow farther south and were not viable here in the Tampa Bay area could now be grown successfully as our climate warms. Very interesting facts from the folks at Climate Central.